Hey, this is Colteastwood. Exclusives. They're important. Exclusives sell consoles, right? But I want to see what kind of clout these console exclusives bring to gamers, and if they are truly worth owning a specific console. E3 is coming up, and ponies and Xbox will be fighting fiercely over who won E3. And who has the better console and the better lineup of games. There's a lot of games that are coming this year. Xbox is promising just as many games as they had last year, with only about 8 games, and maybe one announcement coming at E3. Sony has about 30 games coming. This year is no different from last year and the past few years, where there'll be tons of sequels and a few real surprises. Both PS4 Pro and Xbox Scorpio will offer over 1800p resolutions for big AAA games, and some at 4K, and hopefully more games running at 60 FPS. All this power and features, and all gamers keep rallying for, is games. Games are always coming. Sony has proved that greatness awaits for a long, sparse 3 years. And in 2016 and 2017, they brought over double the amount of exclusives than their competitor. Not only has Sony promised more games since the launch of the Pro, but they've delivered games rated in the 9s by industry critics. This year, PS4 and Xbox One have 4 big AAA games coming. We can expect at least one surprise to be ready for holiday 2017 from each console. But this is it. This is what both sides have been hanging on to, and to pad arguments and insults. But I wanted to find out what there is to get all fanboy-y about, so I went to the list of games. There is a definitive list of PS4 and Xbox One games being updated regularly, courtesy of Wikipedia. Trust it or don't trust it, but I pored over it. The problem with this list is it's loaded with unreleased games. Sony doesn't have 1,300 games like I said before. They have about 1,000. Xbox One isn't far behind with just over 900. But Sony rises above with over 250 exclusives, and Xbox with only 100. But how great are these exclusives? Well, I already showed you the AAA non-last-gen ports of a dozen games rated at 80% on both consoles. But let's take a closer look at the top games, the top sellers on PS4 and Xbox. This info comes courtesy of VGChartz. The top 5 games sold on PS4 are GTA 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, FIFA 17, Uncharted 4, and FIFA 16. Uncharted 4 made number 4 on the list, but the next Sony exclusive on the list is The Last of Us at number 13. Xbox is in the same boat. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, GTA 5, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Halo 5, and Battlefield 1. Halo 5 got number 4, but the next exclusive for Xbox is Gears of War Ultimate at number 12. But as for actual exclusives sold, console gamers don't seem to be buying the exclusives they say justifies their purchase of their console. The top sold PS4 exclusives are Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, Killzone Shadowfall, Bloodborne, and Drive Club. Uncharted 4 sold the most with 8.7 million, and the rest are at about 2 to 3 million each. 17.4 million exclusives sold to the 55 million PS4 owners. That means that 6% of PS4 gamers bought the top selling exclusives. Xbox gamers aren't immune to this either. The top selling Xbox exclusives are Halo 5, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, Forza 6, and Gears of War Ultimate, ranging from 5 million sold for Halo 5 down to 1 million each on the Forza games. There are only 28 million Xbox Ones out there, so that means that 7% of Xbox One gamers bought the top exclusives. 6 to 7%. Not half the gamers, not a quarter of the gamers, less than 1/10 of the gamers are buying the big exclusives. Maybe it's that 6% we're seeing hive-minding the comment section and saying, Xbox has no games, or PS4 games are boring. So quit bragging about your console that has The Last of Us 2 or that your Xbox has Halo and Gears. Exclusives are bad for consumerism, and locking a game to one console restricts it and its potential to be better. Look at what happens to a game when it comes to PC, like GTA 5. Sales have exploded since that game came to PC. Imagine how great gaming would be if Uncharted and Halo were unlocked from their console and everybody could play them. With over 80 million Xbox and PS4 owners out there, it's apparent that exclusives aren't selling consoles. There are other factors for exclusives getting to gamers that we can't track, but it can't be much higher than a 10% rate. And 10% is pitiful. Timed exclusives need to go away, timed DLC. If you're cheering for early DLC on Destiny 2, you're not just anti-consumer, you're anti-gamer. The barriers need to be dropped. Sony needs to quit denying Microsoft cross-console play. Let's get to a place where we can buy a console for its features or for its power, and we all have access to the games and grow the industry. Holding games hostage behind a $400 console isn't going to make gaming any better. This is Colteastwood. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it and kind of come to an understanding. I know I'm gonna get a lot of arguments about the numbers I ran, and I'm sorry. I was really surprised when I put the information together about how even the two consoles were with their sales. The same amount of gamers are buying the same amount of games. Doesn't matter which console you're on. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of discussions we get into and what kind of arguments come up. Like I've said before, more is always better, and Sony's definitely offering more games, and whether I like those games or not, I still stand by my argument that more is better. Let me know what you think, guys, and